Welcome. So we started. I thought you were going to do the intro, Nick. Welcome to Alive on One, a Marvel Crisis Protocol and other gaming podcasts. I don't remember how this
You
goes.
banned me from the intro because you said it was robotic.
Oh yeah, it is a bit robotic. But welcome to Alive on One. So yeah, it's been probably 2 weeks at this point since we released anything, right?
Life is busy.
Yeah, I guess. Well, the real conundrum or conflict was the Super Bowl that day. We record on Sundays, for our Thursday episodes, and the Super Bowl was on one of the days, and so even our alternate co-host Jin was busy, and I was like, Jin, you're supposed to never be busy. That's your job.
So you didn't watch the Super Bowl at all?
No, I didn't. I actually think I went to bed pretty early that night.
I watched like the last half of it. The first half, I did a bunch of homework.
Yeah, I don't know. Once fantasy ended, I lost a lot of motivation to watch football. So.
You don't care about football. You care about the game.
Well, to be honest, I'm more of a hockey person.
Hockey is good.
So for our Canadian listeners out there, when I make those... So speaking of which, the news recently, and we don't talk about news here, but I thought it was hilarious. So I texted... Simon, who's part of the Montreal group, because the plane flipped yesterday. And a plane flipped in Toronto. And I texted him and I go, yo, did the Maple Leaves lose again?
Oh, God.
No one was hurt. But anyways, enough current events. So we didn't record for like 2 weeks. We wanted to get something out there, so we're doing kind of like a mishmash where we're going to do our normal intro stuff and then do Turn Zero, so it'll be a little bit longer than a Turn Zero, to keep you held over until this weekend. We're planning on recording about the new... We're going to go over a recent tournament to talk about the Thanos changes, basically Thanos Thor. Then we're going to talk about the new missions that were released, the rotation, so it'll be like a... We'll touch base on all the stuff that's been going on, which has been a little bit... I know for you, Nick, it's been overwhelming. You haven't even gotten a game in.
That's partly because every game day has been a snowstorm.
Oh, yeah, that's... I forgot about that. Yeah, every Thursday for the past 3 Thursdays or so, it's been snowing. So,
yeah.
For those who don't live in the Northeast or live somewhere warm, A, I'm jealous, and B, we've been getting hit hard up here.
A lot.
It's like every other day almost. So
it needs to stop.
Well, next week I saw 40 on the forecast and I was like, oh yeah, finally shorts weather.
Shorts weather.
Yeah, it's been bad though. Like this has been a tough winter. Every few winters we get hit kind of hard like this. So
yeah, every once in a while.
Yeah. But anyways, so we're gonna do that today. But we are going to run through our normal stuff. So the next episode will again be talking about all the changes. Nick, do you have any characters? Well, you haven't played
any characters alive on one? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, me neither. So so people always like point out to me when they know who I am, like on TTS and stuff. They're like, "Oh, look, it's Alive on One. You can talk about this." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not going to remember."
I guess you should start writing it down.
That's okay. That's a little bit too much. I know Jin had one that he like. So Jin and I played on Friday night. He went to Chicago this weekend to try Real Boy Pizza.
Just for the pizza?
No, Jin's like very hardcore about Connecticut pizza being good, and
There's
like
no
I'm
way.
not. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. I lived in that area of Connecticut too, but we can get into a debate with him. He's not here to defend himself. But anyways, he went to Chicago, and I texted him. I was like, "Yo, now you're trying some real pizza." Deep dish style is actually one I have not had the pleasure of tasting.
I mean,
I've never been there.
I've had fake Uno fast food style deep dish, but not like true
Chicago
deep dish.
Yeah, I want to go out there at some point. I know Adepticon's close enough now that one year I'll make it out there. But yeah. So, anyways, we were playing he pointed out to me, he goes, remember this is a live on one and it's important. I was like, yeah, but it's not good for me, so I don't want to talk about it.
That's the extent of the story we're going to get.
Yeah. And then I simultaneously forgot what happened. So, yeah. I mean, when you play as many games as I do recently,
you're not
they all
supposed
just
to be
kind of blur
games
together.
You're supposed to have zero time for anything.
I know. This semester's weird. So last semester, I had zero time for any. I think I even like went dark a lot. Like we have a group chat obviously for a live on one, and I think like I just go dark for long periods of time.
Now you're too busy telling me we need a 16 threat Punisher. So
let's talk about that. So besides a live on one, and okay, this actually. So we're gonna bring back comic catch up because I've had time. I've been able to read more comics, and I guess I'll start with what I've been reading. So. I recently, you got me, Nick did the pleasure or courtesy of picking me up Born Again, the paperback, the new special edition Marvel. What are those called?
I think they're something serious. I'll look it up. You talk, I'll look it up.
Okay. Anyways, they're like a cool special edition. They make some for like the more iconic comics, and one that was released was Daredevil's Born Again, which I love. It's one of my favorite comics in general, never mind Frank Miller, and at the back of the book they have like alt art, they have the storyboard, so the really cool stuff. I know there's more out there than just Daredevil, so
it is the Marvel Premiere Collection.
They
are relatively cheap. They're like $15 if you get them at full cost.
Yeah, it was like what, $12 you picked
like
that up
11.
For?
I found it for like 11 at Bull Moose. For people that don't know, Bull Moose usually gets stuff a little bit cheaper.
Yeah. Is that a chain? Or, I know we have one in Portsmouth, but
so there's maybe 10. There's like several in Maine, and then I think one in Portsmouth.
Okay. So if you're from other than there, you can.
It's like a Maine. It's more of a Maine thing than anything, I would say.
Okay. It looks like they have a House of M one too, which is a great comic.
So I know the only two that you can currently get is Daredevil and the Wakanda, the Black
Winter
Panther
Soldier
one. Nope. That is coming though. It's not out yet. That one's coming out. There's a Fantastic Four one coming out.
Okay, cool.
The only ones available right now are the Black Panther and the Born Again one.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. I'm looking at I think it's a different thing they did a while ago, premium edition or something. They had like Old Man Logan.
They've had a few editions, but these are like cheap. They're smaller format, and they have the really cool like storyboards and stuff in the back, which is
they have all the text of like the story, which is really cool.
And then some of the like artwork before it's like refined and stuff. It's cool.
And I like seeing the dialogue before it's inked too. It's kind of interesting.
They're really cool.
Yeah, it reads a lot like a film script, comic dialogue, which I guess is why they're so easy to translate into films. But that's another. Yeah, I didn't say successfully translate, but Marvel, please. I haven't seen the new Winter Soldier, so knock on wood here.
You mean the new Captain America 4?
Yeah, whatever. It's all Winter Soldier to Steven
I don't even think Winter Soldier's in it.
No, he's not.
It's Sam Cap and
I've been playing Cabal, Nick. All right.
Well,
it's all Winter Soldier to me.
I might go see it tomorrow. I've heard it's boring, is what I've heard.
Oh, don't tell me that.
That's what I've heard. I've heard it's just really boring.
Oh, well, that's a bummer. I guess we'll find out. It's hard to top Cap 2, to be honest. Winter Soldier was a really good
As someone who's
movie.
not a huge Cap fan, I would still argue that Winter Soldier might be the best Marvel movie.
Yeah, it's up there for sure. I like the first Strange, too.
Yeah, that was good.
A lot.
There's a lot of good early Marvel movies. But
yeah, I mean, they hit a slump with around Age of Ultron, but then they kind of they got back.
Yeah. Now they're just in the slump.
A permanent slump. The slump. Yeah, I don't know, man. It feels like, like a sports franchise. They need a hard reboot here. But,
Maybe that would fix it.
Oh, Thor. Thor 3 was phenomenal as well. The one with Hela.
Was that 3?
Yeah, that was Tiki.
Yeah, that was
Tikiti, whatever.
Ragnarok. Yeah,
the guy who did What We Do in the Shadows as well. So
4 was not so good.
I didn't mind it, but anyway, so comic catch up, those are out there. Captain Born Again, so I was reading that. And then I re-downloaded Marvel Unlimited. I let it slip for a few months because I didn't have time. And so I've been reading, I know where we're going with this. 16 threat level bunch.
Yep, that's where we're going.
So I read House of M, now it's stuck. I read the Venom comic with that dude, the Venom God. King.
No.
Yeah, I forget what the comic run is called, though.
King in Black.
Yeah, King in Black. That was great. That was actually, it felt like an Avengers movie. It was good. I read that. I read the Born Again that you got me. I read it again. Yep. Born Again again. That was great. And then I've been reading a Magneto comic right now where he takes charge of the New Mutants.
Okay. Yep.
It's called Magneto, literally. So that one's cool. And then in addition to that, I've been reading the 2001 Punisher run, which is it's actually pretty good. Frank Castle has so many badass lines, but this all brings us to my idea of just having Frank Castle have 10 activations with one attack called Vengeance, range 5 rapid fire, and just basically, so he can play by himself at a 16 threat.
It sounds like an auto win, though. I shoot 16 times.
I just want to make rules and play it once and see how hilarious it is.
Maybe you should do the So You Think You Can Dev for the next Everwinter.
Frank Castle is 16 threat. The funny thing too is he'd have to be just his normal, just Frank Castle, maybe even before he becomes the Punisher.
Oh my gosh. That's just Detective Frank Castle.
Yeah, just in a t-shirt, a sergeant or something. Just a t-shirt with a fucking Glock or something.
You're ridiculous.
Yeah, well, I like things like that. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been reading. Lots of Marvel. I don't know. It's nice when you read the universe that you already kind of know the background of a lot of the characters, so you kind of just jump in.
Yeah.
But have you been reading anything?
For Marvel, I've only really been reading. I picked up the first volume of the current Fantastic Four run.
Oh.
So I read the first 6 issues of that.
Yeah, you go to shops. I just use Marvel Unlimited.
I do that too, but I like having the book in my hand a lot of times.
Yeah.
And then I found it's called Marvel Piece Collection of the original Fantastic Four. So I read the first couple original Fantastic Four comics.
Oh, wow.
Which I love and also hate because I just don't love that age of comics that much because they have to describe to you every action they're taking.
Oh, God. I haven't seen that.
It gets a little rough. Anyway. I bet I had a little bit of a Fantastic Four kick because the movie's coming out, which I'm kind of on. But there's also the Fantastic Four Marvel Rivals, so I've been reading up on those characters.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, so I've been doing a similar thing as well. It's when my Cabal list, at least. Oh, yeah, because I read a Dracula comic. I was trying to find something good.
You read was it the Blood Hunt one?
Yeah, that was pretty solid.
Did you read the actual Blood Hunt series?
I know there's others. I think I touched one of them.
There's several of them, and then there's the main line Blood Hunt.
I read the main one.
Blade and all of them.
And Blade's evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that one, I think. That was okay. I don't know. It was fine. Dracula feels a little one-dimensional in a lot of the Marvel comics.
He feels like he's going to just murder you as a vampire.
I know, but at least they tried, at least in the Blood Hunt, to make him a little bit more of a dynamic character.
That was a little weird too, because he was the good guy kind of almost, not really the
anti-hero, if you will. They like to do that a lot. So, but yeah, that was okay. I read the Doom comic too.
Doom or
Shadowland? I don't remember. One of the
Doom. Oh, yeah. I know what you did not read the good Doom though. You should have read.
Well, I didn't know what it was.
You got to get the books of Doom. Read that one.
Okay. I've read the Doom Strange, and I thought that was really good a long time ago.
Actually, I need to read it, but they just started a new series called, I think it's It's One World Under Doom, where Doom actually becomes the Sorcerer Supreme.
Oh, whoa.
Yep.
Is that recent, or is that
It's very recent? I picked it up last week.
Well, I won't be able to read that for like 6 months.
You could go to a comic store. Support your local comics.
I do. There's a comic shop local to me that's really solid.
Know if it's any good though.
Oh, okay.
I get it because I love Doom, so I just kind of read most Doom stuff.
Yeah, and there's also, I mean, we should probably move on from comics, but to be fair, we haven't talked about comics in like 6 months.
No, and I love comics. If we had just an episode every once in a while about comics, I would love that.
Yeah, I mean, we probably should, but Shadowlands, so Daredevil is re-releasing. Knock on wood, too, that's like solid. March, it's like the first week of March on Disney Plus. Daredevil's coming out. I think it's called Born Again, though they use like all the Born Again thematics. I don't know why they would do that.
I think it's because it's like a soft reboot, maybe.
No, yeah, I think so. I hope that they're not going to go down the route of
just tell that story again, but probably worse than Netflix did.
Yeah, because like they literally did that in season 3.
Yeah, that was the basis for it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, they have the same, like, frame for frame. They have Matt in that bed. Like, his stomach wrapping of his injury is the same exact wrapping.
I think I need to rewatch Daredevil, but I don't think his identity is actually exposed.
Fisk finds it out, I thought.
Does Fisk find it out? But, like, it doesn't, in the Born Again comic, everybody figures out who he is?
I don't think so.
I guess I gotta read that.
I think it's
been a
just
while.
Fisk.
Okay.
He, like, weirdly doesn't tell people, I believe, and Born Again. I mean, I just reread that. I'm pretty sure he finds out and then doesn't tell people because he just like wants to manipulate Matt's life to be shit. Yeah. So, but there's a lot of, hopefully, you know, again, knock on wood here, but like Bullseye is coming back, and hopefully he's like end of season 3, he was getting surgery on his spine, and then they cut to his face and his eyes turn into Bullseye. So hopefully he's the true Bullseye who's just fucking nuts.
It looked like, I swear that I watched like a teaser and it had what's his face playing Punisher in it again too.
Frank Castle's back, baby. At 16 threat too for this new series. He's back in it, and then they have the villains, like, I don't know, that art guy, not Mirage, that's a New Mutant. I don't remember. Anyways, so in celebration of that, I've been rewatching all of the series, as well as reading a lot of Daredevil comics, and one of the ones that I don't know how I didn't read this, but I never ended up reading it, was Shadowlands. So I reread
it's a great series.
Yeah, it was a great series. I didn't get to the the individual storylines quite yet, but I read the main arc, which was pretty solid.
The only individual ones I ever remember reading was the Moon Knight one and the Ghost Rider one.
Yeah, Ghost Rider is kind of funny in that run, but I won't spoil it for those who haven't read it. But it's a great little run there, so you should definitely check that out. I would say we have links to all these below, but we won't. So
there's a good chance you probably have to get them all through the app.
Yeah, that too.
I've been trying to hunt down some older comics that you just can't get anymore, and it's very frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, comics are, I mean, they're obviously collectibles at some point too.
They are, but so like even if you're trying to get some trades, good luck. Like COVID apparently killed off some trades.
Oh, really? Like did it kill off print in comics too?
Part of the issue was they ended up doing low print runs because of that paper shortage that happened right around that time.
Which makes them more collectible, to be fair.
Because there's a Man of Steel series I really want to read, but the last volume of it sells for $200 and nobody can actually get it.
Wow.
Because there was like one print run of it.
Too bad you didn't get that during COVID.
Yep.
New Hampshire would have been a good place to pick up things like that because we only closed for like a couple months and then we open right back up. So,
Maine stayed closed very long either. It was just like an issue with the actual comic printing companies.
Okay. Yeah, because there was like a bunch of shortages and supply chain was down during that time too. Yeah. Jubilee. Sorry, random characters are popping up.
Jubilee.
Yeah. X-Men, baby. Well, so I've been trying to sit here and figure out, that reminds me too. War of Kings, I tried reading. To be fair, if you're not versed in like those kind of kingdoms, I'm not saying it was a bad comic. It's just like I don't really pay attention to like scroll that kind of stuff. So like the whole first comic, I just sat there Googling who the hell these people were and what this meant. And I just gave up on it. I was like, this is not interesting.
I feel like that's an older comic too.
Yeah, well, I wanted to read it. I was trying to read it to make these new missions like a little bit more fun. I'm like, oh, I remember when this happened in the comic, stuff like that.
Do they have a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy in that story?
I don't think so. I think it's all Inhumans. Or is it
X-Men? Is it Inhumans? War Kings is Inhumans. Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, there's like so the one thing I do know is like the first comic, it's a 6-comic series or so in War of Kings, and the first comic is the wedding and that mission that was released about the wedding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they did a really good job storyboarding these new missions, and I know they're going to continue to do that. They always do a good job thematically, I think, with MCP, especially since they moved away from like those basic attacks of like pounce or strike.
Yeah.
And started naming them like thematically tied to the actual comics. But they did that with this mission pack. And next year, so they alluded to in a couple podcasts I listened to, they alluded to the fact that next year is going to be something that's relevant now that was popular. And I'm thinking it's X-Men 97. So I've been sitting here trying to think of like what they've released, and the only character... Oh, go ahead, Nick.
I would hope that's what they choose, because everything else that's happening right now has been bad.
Yeah, watch it be She-Hulk. Oh.
That would be wrong.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like, they've released... The only problem I foresee is because, Jean Grey is coming out this summer for MCP. They've literally released everyone except for maybe Jubilee and not Bishop.
I don't think she's even had an announcement.
No, she wouldn't. I think they might tease that at Adepticon maybe. But like, what character would they take from 97 to release into a pack?
It would have to be Storm? Jubilee or a new Storm or a new... They could do new versions of characters.
Yeah, like, Wolverine would sell like a shitload if they did.
Let's be honest. I would like to see I would like to see Jubilee. I would like to see a new, better version of Rogue.
Yeah.
A better version of Gambit.
A 4-threat Gambit, yeah, that'd be nice.
Cool. And what else would I want out of that?
Oh, Cable's in it too.
Morph. They need Morph. There you go.
I don't know if they need him, but
no, but he's kind of an important character to the 97 and just that X-Men animated in general.
I think we're all kind of you and I are
actually they talked about her. I was going to say Goblin Queen, but I think they did say she was coming.
Oh, cool. That's actually pretty cool. I think you and I are of the same mind that they need Doom before any of this.
Yeah, I want Doom. I want Doom now.
Yeah,
I want him to be a 20-threat character that you can take on any mission.
And you can take him with the 16-threat Punisher.
Yeah, exactly. He can... I love Doom. I think Doom is one of the most interesting villains that Marvel has ever made.
Yeah, he's really solid. He got butchered in those movies.
He gets butchered in every Fantastic Four movie. They refuse to figure out how to make a proper Doom.
Yeah, well, we'll see if Robert Downey Jr. can hold up to the task, I guess.
I don't think it's going to happen, but we can hope.
I mean, they've got to have one good movie,
Maybe.
Or the franchise is kind of dead and they do need to reboot.
I honestly think if this Fantastic Four movie flops, they're in trouble.
Yeah, that's a pretty big IP for them too.
Yeah,
so,
and I like Pedro Pascal. I'm not sure he's Mr. Fantastic. I'm hoping he'll pull it off, but I'm not sure he can pull off Arrogant.
Wasn't he in he was in the Wonder Woman movie, wasn't he?
Oh, was he? I think you're right. Wasn't he like a bad...
yeah, he was some bad guy who was like a sleazy salesman.
Yes.
I don't know, it was weird.
Yeah. He's also the Mandalorian, which he's great in. And,
it's great because you don't see his face.
I like the actor. I'm just like, I don't know if he has the attitude to be Mr. Fantastic.
I'm surprised they didn't cast Jim from The Office, whatever his name is.
I mean, that's what everybody wanted, especially after... that movie,
Doctor Strange.
Where he was in it, camoing.
He was a pretty solid Fantastic Four because he's got that kind of like, I'm a white guy who's really smart.
He was like the perfect, Reed Richards. But we'll see. Hopefully, Pascal will prove me wrong here.
Mm. Yeah. So I guess we're just going to turn this episode into a comic.
This is a comic hangout hour.
We're pivoting mid-episode. Well, so yeah, I guess some background too. Nick and I wanted to do a Trench Crusade, which we need to do in all honesty,
Yeah,
but
well.
the big hurdle there is reading the rules. So
I mean, I could probably play PTS tonight if you really wanted to.
I don't want to tonight.
One time I'm like, hey, all right, I'll do it. You're like, nah, screw that.
Well, I have about 100 pages I need to read in a book. So.
To be fair, I should probably do more homework just because I'm going away this weekend, but I don't want to.
Yeah, a live on one where we talk about what we should be doing while we're recording.
Yeah. This is just the chill episode.
Yeah, so what have you... So, did I already ask you what you've been reading?
I talked about the Fantastic Four stuff. I've been reading other stuff. It's not Marvel.
Yeah.
But we should isn't technically a Marvel podcast, but
yeah,
still.
we kind of are at this point. But
kind of.
We do like all honesty with our listeners. We do want to like dive into different skirmish games. Just to be like, I guess, perfectly clear behind the scenes. It's really hard to talk about a game that you don't have a lot of experience with.
Yes.
For an hour. It's also really hard to find time to play said game. And then read enough of the rules or the lore primers or whatever you have to then talk about it intelligently when there isn't already someone else who's doing that better.
Let's be honest, they don't come here for the intelligence.
Yeah. Thanks, Nick.
They come here for idiots talking about.
Yeah. Well, we have gotten a lot of feedback about being like approachable and like joking around, which I think was our intention anyways.
Oh yeah. If we were serious, I'd be kind of bored.
I did that once. And then I quit the game. So
all right. So we're not gonna ever be serious here ever. It's always gonna be.
We get serious when we need to, though.
Yeah.
But
usually when Maddox is here and he reins people in and.
No, I mean, Jin's pretty serious, to be honest. Jin is all game, no fun.
Jin is interesting because didn't he say he's not even really a Marvel fan? He just likes the game.
Well, yeah, but it's a good game.
It is a good game.
There are a lot of players like that who come from some different game systems. One of them being that one.
War Machine?
Yeah, War Machine.
Yeah.
And it was the same writers, right? But the game, I mean, to be honest, it's one of the best game systems I've ever played.
It's a good system.
Yeah, it's really clear. It's really precise and it's really simple, like to learn.
All important things, I think.
Yeah, I mean, do you remember your first game? I remember mine, and it like was fine. Like
I do remember my first game of MCP actually.
Yeah, who'd you play with?
I was playing with my buddy Jake, who was running Core Box 1 cap stuff, and I was running
the Core Box Hydra?
Core Box Hydra stuff.
I think it was Cabal, technically. But...
Yeah, and I just was running around murdering the Avengers, and it was a blast.
Yeah.
And then he switched. The same thing, I think. And then my second time ever playing, he wanted to play as Cabal, and I played Avengers. And I remember I had bought and built the... Oh God, I can't think of this is what happens when you have chemo brain. You just forget things what you're saying. Hulkbuster. I had bought Hulkbuster, and he had brought Hulk, so I was just pushing his Hulk around the entire time with Hulkbuster. It was great. That's
fun. Yeah, mine was against Adam, who I haven't seen in a long time.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah, he's not real anymore.
Never was.
But, yeah, maybe it was all a figment of my imagination. Although I did go to his house for not this Super Bowl, but the past one. But yeah, we played the starter set too. I remember there was a character in the starter set in the first game who was like, "Oh, this guy's so hard to beat." I think it was Ultron at the time.
It might have been.
Yeah, he was pretty good for this in the starter set bubble, if you will.
Yep.
But yeah. Huh. So what other where's Maddox when you need him?
I know.
Yeah, so
I will say on the subject of other game systems, I have joined an Age of Sigmar Grow League, so I will have some insights to that game system if we ever wanted to discuss that. So
no. So
and Blood Bowl, I play Blood Bowl a lot. We could always do Blood Bowl.
Well, the problem is no one else does.
No,
that's really
true. So I mean, a lot of us do, just neither you or Maddox.
No one on the podcast. I mean,
correct.
Yeah. So that's some of the problem, honestly, when you're recording is like, you got to find time to figure out what's going on with scheduling, and sometimes we don't like skipping a week, but it happens occasionally. And then beyond that, it's like, well, all of us know MCP pretty well, and then beyond that, it's like, okay. I dabble occasionally, but I haven't played a different game since the summer. I'm gonna say we were playing Shatterpoint.
Yeah, that's true. Although you did pick up what do you call it recently? Some
Lord of the Rings?
No, you picked up Spearhead.
I did buy a Spearhead. So spoiler alert, I ended up winning our local tournament, and I got a lot of prize support from that, and so I bought the shark people. Deepkin. Yeah, the turtle people. I ended up buying the Spearhead for that because I've wanted to paint those models for a long time, to be fair.
They look fun to paint. I always thought the giant turtle would be a fun painting project.
He would, but that's so many hours. I just sit at that oh my god, that model's going to take forever. So
contrast paint for the win. Done.
That would be awful.
You can make contrast paint look good. I mean, you got to actually put more time into it. But
I think contrast paint and slap chop is like a tool in your toolbox. For example, actually, I just have been going back and so I added Bill to my current list is Cabal, Cabal Dormammu, Dark Dimension Cabal, and I have been trying Wrecking Crew for a while, and I really want to paint them, and they're still on they're like a sideboard almost to the list that maybe I take some tournaments. But anyways, I dropped them when the new missions came out because Bill's just better at the new missions, I think. So Bill came in and I looked at I was lying in bed one night last week and I was like, my Bill is painted so badly. I don't want to put him on the table a lot and have him look like that. So immediately the next morning I woke up and I redid him. He was slap chop. So I added highlights and did my grit thing with him and then rebased him. And he looks a ton better. So yeah, slap chop's a good first step. You need to get a model quickly and then you can always revisit it too.
Yeah.
It's a nice base coat, to be honest.
It is. It's a quick way of getting I guess some people would consider it boring parts.
Base coating's not the most fun thing in the world, to be honest. But it is kind of cool. When you base coat something, that's kind of your, seeing it transform when you start adding shading, when you start layering. It's really cool how it develops from there. Because I don't know about you, Nick, but my models, when they're base coated, look like trash.
Oh yeah, they always look like.
It's a kindergartner painted this. I'm yeah. That's an original Stephen Burke.
I will often pick the biggest color and be extremely messy with it as well. I will just paint the whole friggin' model. I don't care if I'm painting what do you mean with blue armor, for instance. I will just paint the whole friggin' orc blue, not on purpose, but just to get that big thing done. I'm just slapping it on. Yeah,
I mean, I try to prime in the color I'm gonna.
That's helpful too.
Yeah, the one that's the most. But the problem is not all primers. I don't really airbrush, and not all primers are the colors I want them to be. Right.
Yeah.
So
a lot of times I don't do it anymore, but when I would prime with a color, it was usually just so if I made a mistake with the actual color, it was less obvious.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I prime in white a lot now, too.
I
black.
Like priming in white, but I also hate it. It depends what I'm doing. But
well, I've been using a lot of the neons as base coats.
Yeah, that's probably good for that.
Yeah. Yeah, they come out quite well off of white. They don't come out as well off black, so I've been switching to white recently, but yeah, man, we're literally rambling.
That's all right. We can We could just have it be the random ramble episode.
Well, what else should we ramble about?
I don't know. I know I got to go get dinner out of the oven in a few minutes because my wife left.
So we were supposed to do a turn 0, but you want to just talk about, we can't talk about that because we're going to talk about it next Saturday. So, okay. To go through our normal spiel of stuff, upcoming events as well. I think the only thing on our radar now is the cancer event on March 15th.
Which we officially know is only one day now, correct?
Yes. Oh, yeah. So we have some more official stuff surrounding that. It's only one day, or we weren't allowed to do a second day. Or, I don't know. It was complicated.
Yeah.
But it's only one day. I'm trying to pull it up here. Here we go. We're at 39 out of 40 players with a waitlist enabled. Someone dropped today this morning, so we have 40? A slot open.
Last I knew we were at 39, so...
Yeah, now we're back down because someone joined and then dropped.
That's nice of them.
Yeah.
In and out.
Yeah, so we got one spot open. We do have a waiting list, so... and the waiting list, to be honest, there'll probably be a slot for like the first 2 or 3 people.
I don't think so.
Because some of these people, shit just happens. So... but that being said, they're sign up now. So I know we had a lot of talk about like doing a raffle and things like that. Based on sort of the time commitment involved and like getting stuff to sell or like raffle off, we might not end up doing that unless like someone else wants to help me out.
I have like comics and stuff we could raffle off if we need to. I don't particularly have time to do the painting type thing, but I think for this year, a raffle of some sort.
Yeah, so I think for this year we're going to do that at the event though.
Okay.
It's just really hard. Maybe not. I don't know if enough people say they want to help out. I mean, you can just donate to us too. You don't, we'll send the money to the charity. It doesn't have to be like any kind of formal thing if you want to help out. But I know people like free stuff. The t-shirts were like halfway sold out on, or with pre-orders. So we're out of the smaller sizes. So if you're a big person, order now. Or if you like PJ shirts, to be honest.
They're cool shirts.
They're very cool. Yep. Yeah.
Shout out to my brother for that. So.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, Nick's brother designed both of our logo and our the t-shirt line that we've been doing. This is better than our first one, I think.
Oh, I like this shirt a lot, yeah. I mean, I love our logo, but the shirt's just really fun and stupid. And
and it's supposed to be a model of Stephen Maddox.
It was based on a picture of Stephen, yeah.
So if you've ever played against Maddox in person, sometimes, and we bust his balls, but really he's just thinking. He's not necessarily being sweaty, but he'll put his like hands on the table and he gets like this stance. So we wanted to pay tribute to the Maddox stance, if you will.
But it's cool. He actually I think he put like Thor on there.
Yeah, he had like real models on there. Yeah, it was very cool. And so, that's coming up on the March of the 15th. And I guess, I hear your daughter. That's good for you. But anyways, this year we're going to do a 1-day thing. This is the first tournament I've ever like had the responsibility of running. That's a big tournament. So for the following year, I know we want to like make it a thing. So by thing, I mean like a 2-day event. We want to make sure that we take care of everyone, have people travel, make enough capacity, make it a big event so more people come. So this first year is kind of like a trial. And to be honest, we were expecting maybe 20-ish, and now we're at 40.
We're almost as many people as we had at Everwinter.
So. Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. All right. I will say we got to wrap it up because apparently the oven's beeping. And I'm
okay. All right.
The end of the podcast is upon us because of a bell ringing about dinner.
Yeah. So thank you for listening to this kind of ramble. We'll be back next week with more longer, deeper MCP content surrounding. This was a comic theme episode, basically. Yeah. So
we just wanted content, and we had fun chatting. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. And I hope you enjoyed listening to us. But next week we'll be talking about the new missions. We'll be talking a little bit about the tournament and how that affected what we think about the changes to Thor and Thanos. Jin will probably be joining us for that. And then after that episode, who knows? There was probably some crazy changes on the horizon as well. So, as always, thank you for listening to Live on One. Thank you for listening to kind of our filler episode, if you will. You can follow us at Alive on One on Instagram. You can email us with any questions. We haven't gotten any inappropriate conversions, which is a huge bummer. So email those at aliveon1@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook. Leave a review on Apple or Spotify, wherever you prefer to listen. Follow below our affiliate link for Huge Miniatures, and you can join our Discord, which is an active community. People get lots of games. We have our TTS League out there. And all right. So, Nick, any final thoughts? Or
no, that's everything.
Your oven's burning.
My oven is burning
down. His whole house is gone. So we'll do another charity event for that. But thanks again for listening. And as always, Godspeed, Frank Castle. That's still recording. Fuck. All right. Godspeed, Punisher.